Also, then we just knowing that it's okay, we want to be the team to beat them. We know we can. We know we have an impressive record. We know we have an open goal. A Fire Ninja makes them pay and take the early 1-point lead.
Although, I guess a miscommunication, lacking communication, game was stunned out. Someone should have told him. Citizen shot on Saluda. Saluda gets a big stop there. St. Louis Hustle back in possession, still down by 1 as we approach the half. Still over 3 minutes to go, though, in the first half. Taco sending on across. What a play to Ryan! And that's what that man does. Gets it in for the 2. The St. Louis Hustler are going to go up by 1, 14-13. There's still 3 minutes. Into the floor to Lazy Stark zone. Good defensive boost there from Jay Walker, sending it right back through. A nice bounce there. Is that going to go in? Shut up. Are you kidding me?
Realistically, known for their passing and their defense. And there it is. Off a feet.
Into the bubble. That's looking to press. That is Loveridge and Co. So they will, in fact, find that extra pass as they do.
Beautiful bounce pass. In fact, Swagmore anyway tries to bounce off of that spot at mid there. Knows how touchy can be. Mad. Oh, what a setup to Tony.
Hello, everybody. We're ready. I'm Palador, and I'm being joined by Sir Dibbly Focus. Welcome back to NEPA Pro Series. We're in week 2. That's right, 2. And we've got a lot of great matches for you, great gameplay about to occur. Glad to be back on the casting booth. And, well, first, before we do get started, of course, get a quick read here at the rules of NEPA for those unfamiliar or otherwise. The format, of course, 8-minute quarters. 5 minutes a break at halftime, and there is 1 minute timeout per team per half. Now, there is a 5th player allowed in the spawn area, usually drawn from the AAA affiliates of these Pro Series teams. And overtime, also, should it occur, it's sudden death, of course, golden goal. So first goal in OT wins, and hey, we were close in AAA earlier on, and even had overtime when I casted last week as well, so you never know. Now, of course, importantly, in NEPA, there is no toxic or discriminatory behavior allowed. We always want to promote the good sportsmanship here among the players, of course, because we're all here for the love of the game. So as I usually say towards the end of streams, be happy, healthy, safe, and good to each other, and we'll be just fine. So, with that, back to the casting here. And Dimwee, the duo, you. Glad to be back here casting with you again, here on NEPA. Indeed. First time this season for 2 of us. And,
Indeed.
How are you feeling? Tell us about this match, these teams.
Yeah, I am feeling good. I'm excited. I'm fresh. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to cast some Echo Arena with my buddy Palador. And yeah, first matchup here, New York Kings versus New Orleans Orions. First off, Palador, have you casted the New Orleans Orions yet? We'll talk about the Kings, but I just want to know, have you casted the Orions yet?
I don't believe so. Maybe.
Okay, you will trip up over New Orleans Orions. I don't know what it is about that name. Telling you, it's gonna happen. But
keep me
New York
Kings, accountable, chat. Just watch. I'm gonna be perfect on the pronunciation of that.
Perfect. But we do have the New York Kings in. They are currently 0-1. Shrimbitsky, Aiden, Jiggy, that Green Pigeon, who was not here last week. And they're 5th tonight. Looks like, it's either mistake, or it's a mistake unironically, or ironically. Ironically mistake. Either way.
Yes.
This is a top level, a top level roster. Shrimbitsky, one of the best players in the world in the running for best player in the world. He's exceptionally gifted at this game. Anybody who's played with him can back that statement up. Of course, he's here. That Green Pigeon, usually his right hand here in the NEPA Pro Series on the New York Kings. And Jiggy, kind of buttoning down that back line. Aiden also keeping things together for those. So usually you'll see kind of Pigeon and Shrem, kind of that powerhouse on the front line. But because of the way they play, you can see any one of them pick up on the scoring pace. But over there on the other side, the New Orleans Orions, also known as the Owl Ryans, given that they are Ryan, Owl, Ryruff, Zux, and Draco Mako, I believe, will be their 5th this evening. This was a roster. They're 1-0. They, Paolo, I'm going to be honest, it surprised me last week. They were very strong. And Ryan, I believe it was Ryan, he got like 35 points or something? Now that I'm thinking about it, he got some ridiculous number of points in the game. He was reliable. I remember calling him Reliable Ryan several times. I'm pretty sure it was him. Getting all those points and just absolutely popping off. So this is going to be a very interesting matchup here because the New York Kings, kind of an easy favorite, coming up against this more of a favorite in a different way to a lot of players. The New Orleans Orions here. I expect a well-fought game. This one, though, I think is going to be very high scoring, and we're going to see a lot of well-coordinated goals.
Oh, absolutely. Always thrilling to see these players and thrilling to see the viewers, which, by the way, for those viewing at home, keep in mind that Easter eggs, every commercial that will be broadcasted during the AAA and Pro Series will have NEPA-themed Easter eggs. Now, some are obvious ones and some are really hidden. Everyone who can name the commercials and what the Easter eggs are will be entered to win a $250 gift basket plus $100 cash and more. So how you enter to win? You simply watch the matches, write down the Easter eggs and the commercial, and save them for when they open up the competition.
Do it.
Now, do it. But yeah, awesome stuff. And with that, we're about to do it here in the Pro Series. I mean, we saw AAA, both great matches tonight. Again, it came down to the last minute of the fourth quarter in both of them. The Pro Series now, gotta meet that challenge here in the sense and show them what they've got and what kind of matches we're about to see here tonight. Definitely expect the best of the best from the best of the best, of course.
Absolutely, and sounds like we are ready to go here in the first round. First quarter. That is so hard to get into the habit of that. First quarter here, 8 minutes on the clock. Both teams lining up here again, expecting Mistake and Draco Mako, the 5th players, although we'll wait and see if that is the right call. As both teams are away, first touch will go to the New Orleans Orions. Although first possession, New York Kings picking it up and giving it right back. Ryruff, opportunity here, open goal. Zucks, lock shot off the post, out of the bubble.
All right, into the midfield. It will be picked up again by Ryan. Ryan has the options. This will take his own. It goes off the dome, but picked off the bottom from Al. Al recovers. Al shoots. Al delivers. And all right for Al Ryans.
Yeah, look at see, goalie was there, not stunned out either. In the lane, and I see what happened. Goalie came out just a little too far. Was trying to cover a cut pass. The pass did not go off, and so I got caught a little bit out of position. And now our quick relay here, Jiggy lock shot, open goal goes wide. As Al will get back there with who was that with him? I believe it was Ryruff. As this one gets sent out there, Zox open goal opportunity of his own, a shot there. That one will go in. As the New Orleans Orions will take a 5-point lead, Palador.
Quickly at that, only a minute and some change off the clock. 15 seconds since that last goal. So really effective start here as the New York Kings just attempting to find their groove early on in this quarter. That's the important thing too, that feel-out process here in the early game.
Ooh, missed fast there, Pigeon getting it back to Shrem. Shrem will recover. The Kings are going to have to watch out because the team they're up against, they will, the one, they're aggressive. And two, they can slip by you. You see them do it a couple times. They'll look at those turnovers. There's Ryruff disrupting that opportunity. Aiden, a good recovery. Gets that one set across. Jiggy. He'll reset it to Shrem here. Belly as they reset up on offense. They're still at the bubble.
Oh yeah, and Strembitsky is definitely one of those players who call for that, and he'll try to keep his team all in order. Definitely a floor general. What? And down the floor, down the door, opens a hatch on the pocket. That's a lot of words. That's a lot of moves from Strem. I'm not sure what happened after the fact. He just kind of sunk to the bottom, but what a hit.
I think he hit the floor.
I was thinking that.
He might have scored that on his back. I'm not even kidding.
He might have bonked his head on his literal floor. If so,
Yeah.
Strem will definitely have big brains because
Yeah,
he'll be all swollen.
chat's not sure what happened either. Chat's going, what happened? That's what I'm saying. That does not, whatever just happened did not translate well into the game. Whatever his move was, we're gonna have to, someone's gonna have to ask him afterwards.
I mean, he's already hurt his arm before, but now maybe he's got a headache.
Maybe so. It's a big opportunity. Oh, Jiggy was looking to set up Pigeon, although it could have also been a shot. It would go off the post. The Shrimbitsky still in this game. Oh my goodness, juking out of his pants. Streb still juking his way around. Gets to send him, but a good read there. Ryan will get it picked up and set up your opportunity for Al for a lock shot. That is that going to be up? No, it's off the station block to the far side as both teams racing for this one here.
Oh, it was a good look, but a good recovery from Ryan. Ryan again with the jukes, putting it up there to Ryruff waiting at the nest, diving off of it, and again, backwards juking and back passing to just reset the play, set up the offense. Like the disc movement here, no one's holding on to it for too long, and as a result, they do get the shot from Long. 8 meters, they got the 3, in fact.
What was that? What is this? Hold on, Ryan is looking at, I mean, yeah, goalie's stunned out, but there's a player there backing him up. The blue player that's stunned out, the goalie was already gone. There's that. Maybe a little miscommunication. Goalie was stunned out, so can't fault the goalie there as I was rewatching it. So he was still on that stun. But ooh, nice run around the triangle here from the New York Kings. Although that's going to be a turnover. Ryruff gets it disrupted. Cannot get it cleared out. Ryan does get that one back, sends that one through. That one will get cleared out. Both teams get their stacks together. A couple of leeches. Too many stuns in the backfield will be the defense getting their first. New York Kings back in possession. Powder, we're just over halfway through this first quarter.
And we are in control thus far for the Orions, not leaving any quarters as New York Kings do collect the disc here, trying to establish their positioning in this quarter. Ryan, though, will establish possession of the disc, bounces it over, and recovery back to Strem.
Oh, that's a headbutt from that stack there. That's Alan Zucks coming in. Then the back stack, Ryan, open goal, hits it for the 3. New Orleans Orions will take a 9-point lead here over the New York Kings. Are still looking for their second goal in this one. There's still 3 minutes to go in the first.
Yeah, you mentioned Ryan in the matchup last week was a hot scorer, just popping off, it seems like. And thus far, back-to-back 3s at the very least will buy them a nice advantage by nearly double digits.
And again, nice pass sequence here from the New York Kings to start out, as Pigeon has plenty of room. In fact, he's given all the room, and they're going to have a numbers advantage. They've got 4v3 here. They press up. Pigeon sets up Jiggy, who will sealable slam that one in for the 2. Bring his team back within 7. That is that second goal they've been hunting for.
Absolutely. I don't expect this score on the New York Kings side to be low for all too long. They're going to find their shots for sure. I know they do have a couple subs pulled in here tonight. But that said, any team at the Pro Series level or AAA level, still made up of the best players in all of Echo. And any team with Shrimbitsky leading the way is also going to be always up there in the mix for winning any given match.
And ooh, nice recovery there. Ryan takes that shot. Al is there to recover it. It only takes them 18 seconds to answer, and they have another 2 on the board, putting them up 13-4, up by 9. As the New Orleans Orions continue to, this is that execution they're doing that thing. The Orions have that ability, but we're talking about this periodically, of a team, at that higher level that can not only can they keep it together and keep it scoring at a competent pace, but also they can punish when you make mistakes.
Well, absolutely, and even off the initial missed shot, kind of a mistake on the Kings end, they're still not able to get back on some of these too. So that's the thing. The execution there, well, that was a thing. Jiggy to Aiden, and it goes in for their 6th point. Well, yeah, it's not about how you start the play. It's how you finish it. So where you put yourself on the floor to give yourselves the best opportunity at a goal, or if nothing else, just a 2nd, 3rd, 4th opportunity, whatever the case may be.
No one ever points out the fact that all the tutorial videos and stuff I put out never go beyond the first play. But anyway, Strembitsky.
It's easy. You just got to do it 100% to the letter of your videos.
Yes. Now look at this, Zeke. Oh my God, they earned that. They earned it. I mean, you saw that coming from a mile away as Strembitsky was cutting in on the far side. You knew that disc was going in before he even got a hand on it, and they were back within 5.
Yeah, Jiggy, Jiggy, Jiggy. He can see the cutting Strambitsky. That was a beautiful delivery. And they're right within reach again. 30 seconds left.
Look at Grammy for that one.
Yeah, it was no biggie.
Oh my, oh my. Zuck stunned out by Strambitsky. This is an opportunity. Time only yet for one more goal. As that one gets sent in here, will be collected far side. Jiggy backing it up. 17 seconds into the hands of Pigeon. Pigeon across gives Strambitsky a boost as Ryan returns to the bubble. Up to Pigeon. Pigeon bringing it in. That goal was open for a moment. They're still going to look for a late here. Over to Stram, who will get it in for the 2. And that will end the first quarter as the New York Kings bring it back within 3. And we will go to a quick word from our sponsors. We'll be back in just a moment for the continuation of this hot game.
Harley-Davidson builds bikes that are meant to ride. There are vehicles your parents would recommend you drive. Then there are the motorcycles your crazy uncle who gave you fireworks for your birthday tells you to ride. You wouldn't want to let your uncle down, would you? If your need is speed, chrome, and custom paint, check out all of the new and pre-owned bikes at Greenmount Road Harley-Davidson in O'Fallon, Illinois. Don't let your uncle down. Get to Greenmount.
For each week here, we'll be highlighting different franchise as a POAP logo. So you show up all week and collect all 16 teams. For those looking to make their claim on this week's, head on over to nepavrpro.com/NFT to fill out the POAP claim form. In order to complete the claim, you'll need the secret password, which is NEPA Week 2. The deadline to submit the form is 9 p.m. Eastern Time on Sunday, June 19th. So with that one quarter in the books there, a little bit of a slower start initially for the Kings. But as we noted earlier on, didn't we? It wouldn't be too long before they started finding their stride. And they closed out that quarter fantastically. Back-to-back Jiggy to Strambitsky assist plays.
I'm trying to figure out why I'm being called an uncle right now. As, you see chat? I don't know what's going on. I feel like I totally missed a joke here. His first touch to the Orions. Though Jiggy for the Kings gets possession. What a move there by Pigeon. Send it through. Somebody please explain. Long shot off the barrier. Will turn around. Jiggy gets it back for the Kings. There's another opportunity here for the Orions. Ryan sending that one up, but we'll be back. Oh, no, Al gets there. Scoops it. What a scoop there to Ryan. Ryan gets a 2v1. What a stop. Strambitsky. I believe that was Strem who got the stop and turns it around. As Mistake won't get that one. A mistake is in the game. In for, I believe, Aiden. Also, I'm on the production side of things. I can't hear the commercials. I don't hear them. I'm sorry.
All right, well, either way, they'll be saying uncle there for Orions because that was a beautiful series of plays from Mistake over on the defense and the offense. Doing a great job to get them right there on the board. And will be now just a 1-point game as Ryruff is trying to back it out. But unfortunately, nobody home except Casper. So away they'll go, riding their broomsticks down the floor. And let's see, it'll be Ryan taking it, setting it. And, well, picking it up. No stacks really impending. A lot of floating bodies in the midfield.
And Pigeon will turn that one around and tries to get it through that near side too, but unable to hit the lip. Al gets it, but Strem looking like a man on fire at the moment. Sunset almost gets it in incidentally. As Ryan will get stunned out by that stack. Jiggy with a good pickup here, looking for an option, wants to reset. The plan all the way back there was Ryruff, but ultimately does give Mistake some room here to play this as Ryan comes out to challenge. Big, big pressure, big mistake. But Mistake picks it back up, though. Gonna bring it in himself. Gets the points. Oh, my goodness. Welcome to the big leagues. Welcome to the show. Fantastic goal, Mistake.
What the geometry was that? Bounce, bounce, bounce right into... I don't know if that was... I would almost doubt it, but it was so clean and it worked so well that I'll just say it was definitely on purpose. What a self-pass and shield and goal. That was Mystic goal.
And now opportunity here for the Orions to answer. That one will turn over. And Jiggy gets it back again. We'll chain after that one. Pigeon, long shot. It's on the money. hits it 32 meters out from the 2, puts his team up by 4. The New York Kings have found something.
Yeah, green like money, green like Pigeon. Pigeon ain't missing when he's shooting those from deep range, especially on that open, confident goal. Look at that. Slower start in the first quarter, but 10 minutes later, a few minutes into the second round, the second quarter, we're here with New York Kings retaking a lead. So the Orions, who started out super strong, now need to find some goals quickly. A beautiful handoff play, and fortunately that miss actually, because the goalkeepers had retreated. This at least gives a chance for Orions to take it back, and they do rebound it as Ryan takes over, and now just forming their offense.
Yeah, pushing in quickly against the bubble. Look at that double cover. There's Ryan, and then that opens the lane up. Although they aren't gonna, they're not gonna capitalize on that. Actually, had a really big opportunity there for Ryan. But Ryan gets it back here, ducks one, brings it in off the backboard. As the goalie gets stunned out, hits it bottom corner pocket, brings the Orions back within 2 here, 17-15, and still over 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. New York Kings were starting to run it up there, but the Orions have been able to slow that down now.
Oh yeah, and Ryan with 8 points to lead the charge on either team in most points thus far. And similarly to I always address Trembitsky, kind of as that player, you need to be your anchor of sorts to stabilize and kind of be that floor general. The same thing for Ryan here, being that veteran and multi-time champion player across leagues and lands and otherwise. You know, he's going to be very necessary for stabilizing the crew here on Orions for sure.
No, Zucks will send this one out. Open goal opportunity there. Ryan will keep the release behind the line. 9 meters for the 3. Puts his team up by 1. That is shot discipline right there. You know what I'm talking about. When you're right at the bubble, you have to be very conscious to where you're releasing that disc.
Absolutely. That is pro work at play for sure, making them hurt for that extra point to get that 3. And it's a 1-point match as a result. Ryan showing exactly what we were talking about a second ago. And right there on cue again, Ryan. Oh, but the interception right back to Mistake. And they will get it right by that Pac-Man, it looks like, as Ryan has a second try.
You gotta watch out. Shrem has that wingspan. He'll get those sneaky grabs on you. You'll think you're far by him, but he can get that reach and can pick those up. But now it'll be back in the hands of the New Orleans Orions as Al looking to clear that one out. Bounce clear, but it's off of the key block there. The trap block. Ryruff, though, gets it recovered. Good stack here to pick it up in the bubble. Zucks gets it in for the 2, puts his team up by 3. As we look to close out the half, there's still over 2 minutes to go.
Beautiful job racing down the floor, hot off the stacks, and also having the accuracy to pin that right there off that backboard. That can be a tricky spot sometimes. When it bounces near that backboard, that clock, it can take some odd bounces and hard to read, but they got there just where they needed to be. And if it was a second later, they would not have had the shot opportunity. So well done.
There's also some good reads there by the offense of New York Kings to get that one through mid. Very aggressive. It was a delay. Oh, open goal. Nobody there to answer. Mistake is going to get another one to tie it up with 2 minutes to go to the half. Wow, the Orions kind of gave them that one.
Yeah, playing that kind of gambling type of defense, where trying to cover that man. And again, had it worked, you would say that was good defensive play. But when it doesn't work, you say, oh, I wish we could have that one back because that extra point can hurt. But fortunately, it's kind of neutralized at 20-20 right now. So combine these teams reaching that 40-point mark in this first half, and maybe a little time for a couple extra goals.
I guess the question really comes down to, because you know it's a gamble, you make those really aggressive plays, and was that the time for the gamble when you're only up by that 3 points here? Maybe play a little bit more passive. But then again, there's a reason I'm not in the Pro Series. That one's going to be loose to the far side. Zuck slaps it down to the floor. Ryan, is that an open goal? No, it looked like it. Jiggy says no. And shuts the door on that one. 1 minute to go, Powdor, in this quarter.
Yeah, another one where you ask if that shot too was maybe the best shot selection. Again, given the timing here and the lead that they did have. So the 3-point conceded, then the 3-point taken and saved. So Orion's there with a couple of plays that might be punished here by the Kings. Let's see. There's a pass. They got an opportunity, but no anchor. That Green Pigeon still finding the cage up to the nest, in fact. And you know the rest. Trembitsky from that backboard ain't going to save that. 2-point lead.
If that isn't an offense reminiscent of the Kangaroos of old, You know what I mean? You see, there's so many extra passes there that they discombobulate the defense. Defense folds up. They stop covering lanes because they start chasing the disc. You know, it's hard to not do that. You know, when you're up against an offense that's passing so competently, it's easy to get yourself caught up in your wire, as it were. At least back in the day, as a shot there, not on, out gets it recovered. We'll set up Jiggy here, or excuse me, Ryan for an opportunity. Shrem again gets in the way. But that'll end the half here, 22-20 in favor of the New York Kings. For both teams playing exceptionally well. Possession time equal, shots almost equal, everything almost equal as we go into this longer intermission. We'll see you on the other side. Don't go too far.
This summer, dinosaurs are in our world.
Pet dinosaur? Don't worry. I'll take care of you. Nice and quiet. Hey, look, it's your mom. Hot dog?
If you really want to find out what you're made of, you can forget the personality tests and social media quizzes. Because the only way you're ever gonna know is by heading into the big, wild, raging, so damn beautiful it hurts world and finding out for yourself. Were you born to follow a path, or were you born free? These are the things we thought about when we made the new Grand Cherokee. Made for what you're made of.
All season long, NEPA will be issuing POAPs to anyone who shows up to live broadcasts and fills out the claim form with a secret password. The form can be found at nepavrpro.com/NFT. Each week we'll be highlighting a different franchise as a POAP logo. Show up each week and collect all 16 teams. The more you collect, the more potential rewards you can unlock. The deadline to submit the claim form is 9 p.m. Eastern Time on Sunday, June 19th. And the secret password for this week is NEPA Week 2. So, all right, we are at halftime now of what has been so far promising to be a intense second half as well, didn't we? Both teams making their runs in spurts throughout the quarters and ultimately providing us this 2-point difference in the game. So I love what I have seen from these two teams. Even, again, the Kings here running with a couple of subs, I believe. And, hey, like I said, any team with Strem on it is going to give you a chance to have success like this just by the very nature of that experience and skill level.
Yeah, I will say, first off, Mistake, probably earning a spot on a roster after that, the few minutes in there. 7 points, 1 save. Also, Pigeon, stop it. Y'all can't hear it. At least I don't think you can. But my goodness. Also, the one thing I just wanted to point out, I wanted to just to give you an idea, just a little behind the scenes look here, so to speak. So if you're curious, like when there's a commercial playing, what do we hear? Well, I'll tell you what I hear. Okay, so we go to commercial. What I hear is the focus says commercial, you have 30 seconds. Palador says your face is 30 seconds, and I say Palador, that's inappropriate. You shouldn't say stuff like that. This is a professional environment. And then we talk over what was it just said. Oh, of course.
You're promoting some. Look, we promote good culture here. Not. What is it? Randy Couture? You said. Anyways, culture, Dimwee. We have a professional working culture and relationship. Although it's very strained at the moment. Very strained.
And to be totally transparent, the joke is, of course, I'm always the one saying your face is 30 seconds or whatever. And
yeah, what you heard, reverse it.
Basically, whatever I just accuse Palador of. But yeah, no, honestly, sorry not to detract from the teams. Sometimes you gotta have some fun, especially on a Saturday night. 22-20. I'm in agreement. I love what I'm seeing from both these teams. It has been an exceptional performance from everybody out there. They are playing very, very well. Although I did say I expected more offense and defense, or I expected a very offense-heavy game. That is definitely what we got. Both teams on pace for 40 points. Although what's very interesting, only one team is making saves right now. 5 saves to the New York Kings. Honest to goodness, I think those saves are the big difference maker in this game. And it's not one person. Jiggy, Shrem both have 2. Mistake also has 1. But I think those saves are the difference maker in this game.
Oh, absolutely. Defense, one of the, I guess, less obvious, less appreciated things, if only in most sports for that matter, just because it is the less obvious thing, right? So offense, easy to recognize, but the defense, it pays off huge. Just the same as we talk about how much of a bonus the open threes are for an offense. Well, the amount of momentum that good saves can actually build you and good defensive plays can build a team can't be understated either. It's one of those that really props up one team and really frustrates the other. So something to watch out for as we do head into the third quarter. Let's go.
And we do head into the third quarter. First touch, first possession. Ryan, what a move, and then gives it off to Strem. That was an incredible way to start. And then really hurts to see it given away like that because Ryan did a lot of work there. And then look at that setup. Oh, just like butter. They get it in. They're up by 4. It took them 17 seconds.
And that's 10 points for Strem. Another assist credited to Jiggy there as well, which, again, that's a combo we've seen a multitude of times. Which, by the way, the count is now 7 assists for Jiggy after 2 quarters and 30 seconds. So could be on record approach potentially if it keeps going that way. Jiggy is really distributing that disc well on the whole.
Their current record is 9. Who was it that who got that 9? I can't recall. It was just the other day. I thought someone had said it, but I can't remember who it was. Someone in chat will remember. As this one turned around. Oh no, Ryruff open goal opportunity. Ooh, just wide. As Jiggy. Was that a self goal? I missed exactly what happened there. Powder, did you see it?
I'm trying to catch it myself too. I was trying to get the.
Oh, came back on the stack. He got the. Yeah, he kind of tapped it in.
It's one of those because you're flying so fast through, and it's already so close to the goal. Not sure there's too much more he could have done. It was very close. Unfortunate, but at the same time, at the very least, in a 2-point game, no worries, no trouble as it flies into the trap here, and a little bit of chaos, but eventually they get the disc back, and they'll be just fine. They're still ahead.
And thank you, Chad. It was Jay Walker getting the 9 assists last night against the Cyclones, against his VRML teammate Game. As Ryruff will get that one cleared out all the way down. That is a good send. Well, the defense will get there first. Contested, though. The disc is loose. Ryan is there. Ryan gets it. Turning it around. Oh, stunned out, excuse me. Ryruff come away with that one. Wise reset. I don't know who was calling for it, if it was Zux or if Ryruff called it himself. That was a phenomenal reset. Al looking to send that one in. It's off the shoulder, but good placement there. Good positioning by Zux to get it recovered back to Ryruff. Setting Ryan up to tie it up 24-24.
And you see, that's exactly what a great reset will bring you. Beautiful calls, beautiful decision making there, and then the placement on all the passes in the right place as they are cutting and converging on the goal just leaves the defense helpless, turning their head in every which direction. Again, you talked about that historical Kango's passing that it's often known as a big interception that nearly grazes by the barrier but just bounces backwards towards Zux. They've got offense again. They've got a tie. They could take a lead here as they encroach the goal. An anchor attempt. No save there by Strem. Strem gets stunned and cleared out into the midfield where it's going to be picked up just with a nick of time left. Ow.
That was ridiculous. I was talking the saves making a big difference. Jiggy long shot, that was on, but Ryan gets it picked off. But you see the New York Kings, that defensive play, that defensive stop was huge. Absolutely huge. Just long shot here. Oh my, Ryan. Reliable Ryan Rhino is out of the building, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome home, sir.
Welcome home indeed. There it goes again. Also, to the chat there, historical as in, See, the thing is, there's so many great teams these days to execute the passing at a high level, but Kango's arguably one of the first ones. So.
Kind of the godfathers of it, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. The godfathers of the extra pass before passing was even too much of a thing for most teams.
Like Black Sabbath is to metal as Kango's is to that offensive style as Ryan gets another one.
As Ryan is to the three-point goal.
That's right, yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's why I called him Reliable Ryan early on, because early on, he was one of those early players to reliably hit those tube shots.
Absolutely. I mean, hey, it's one of the many true one of the many true shooters there are in the game. There's a lot of great strikers, but Ryan just one of those ones where I literally never think he's going to miss. If that goal is open and he's shooting a three from anywhere, I never think it's going to miss, flat out.
Yeah, I'm the same way as another beautiful setup here. Shemitsky, that green pigeon, they go back and forth to the goal. That brings them back within 4, although Orion's got a nice lead there. They were up by 6 until that goal right there. And still feeling pretty comfortable right now. There's still a lot of time in the game.
Oh, absolutely. 4 points, definitely nothing here for the New York Kings for them to overcome. Meanwhile, for the Orions, just prioritizing, again, some good control here the final few minutes of this quarter, get some more points on the board, maybe build some buffer and good momentum going to that next quarter as well, because even though the New York Kings came back in that first half, they don't want to be down too much again. So let's see if they can. Oh, it's Strembitsky doing exactly what he can. Another grab that off that dive. Hands it off to Green Pigeon. Pigeon finding a perfect clear, bouncing low into a setup, but the stack a little bit too slow to catch up.
Strem may just be the best two-way player in the game. I mean, the way he gets those grabs. Another long shot here. That one's off the side of the goal. But the way he plays both sides, he's a classic center in hockey. He plays like a center in hockey. It's both sides. He never stops. He is always at the center of the play. It's Pigeon, long shot. Excuse me, that's a setup for Aiden. Ooh, gets picked off. Ryruff turns that one around back to mid, but there's Strem again with a recovery.
Oh, there's such great defensive plays here coming out from these teams. Some offense now on the way. Green Pigeon, no! Denied by, ow, holy cow. It's Strembitsky, though, the recovery back at the bottom of the route. Back to the bottom of the goal, and sent out by Ryruff. So goalkeepers popping off left, right, and center as they try to center themselves. Once again, find their zen, but it's Strembitsky, the recovery. And will eye down maybe a deep pass, or otherwise trying to bounce it a little bit waywards. Picked up by Ow, and it continues now to exchange possessions rapidly as they try to find their pace, their stacks, their chains, and another bouncer that should eventually get to Ryan, and just trying to set up some offense here, but not a lot of time to work with.
Not a lot of time, minute and a half. Ryan with it again there. They're all at the bubble. They're compressing now. Well, he's out. That is one of their plays. Ryan will get this one in. CC, they'll send the goalie out. Ryan will come in from that top, the high right side there, just like that. Hit that steep angle. We've seen him do it a couple times in this game. Their team is back up by 6 now with just a minute to go here in the third quarter.
Well, 1 more minute and just 6 points of separation. We'll be back to the New York Kings, seeing if they can find some end-of-quarter magic again, like they did back in the first round, especially with Strem and Jiggy getting it done on a lot of those assisted goals. But the Orions now showing they have the defensive chops of their own. And obviously, when you look at this roster, you know that they're going to put up some great stops with the rest of them. And they're doing that. They've been causing these turnovers. They're looking to punish now on this one. If they can get their first beautiful leech, in fact, that's going to get right into the hands of Ryan. Oh, incredible bounce into the recovery, into the goal.
That was absolutely disgusting. And Ryan now 23 points in this game. The only other player with double digits is Strem here with 10. I said a long time ago, back in the Pro Series 1, I said that the NEPA format is going to allow certain very specific players to shine in a way that they don't typically. And Ryan is kind of the pinnacle example of what I'm talking about there. As long shot there, puts the team up by 11. It goes back to the Rush analogy. I'm not going to go through it again, but it's just, you see how he's popping off in this game. You see Ryan on this team in a way you don't typically get to see him, and his team is looking really good right now. But we'll go to a quick commercial. Forgot where it was at. We'll be right back in just a moment.
Access the largest motorsports inventory in America. We're authorized dealers for Can-Am, Honda, Kawasaki, Yamaha, Sea-Doo, and more. Get the best deals these brands have to offer. Browse through our inventory to find exactly what you're looking for.
NEPA is going Web3 and will be issuing NFTs as a way to reward the community. Anyone who claims one of these NFTs will be eligible for future raffles and giveaways that we will be conducting throughout the year. They're free to claim, and all you have to do is fill out a claim form, which can be found at www.nepavrpro.com/NFT. We got some fun stuff planned, so don't miss out. And on that note, we've got some fun stuff planned for the end of this game, it looks like, because it is still very close on the whole. I mean, single-digit game, and as I said, that's not too much for either team to overcome, even if roles were reversed here. The firepower too strong. So it's going to be a fight. And here we go into the fourth quarter. Ryan leading a charge there with, by the way, 23 points, which is a goated number, at least in basketball. Jordan, LeBron, either way. Ryan showing some stuff here.
It certainly is. Again, the Orion's possession. Ryan pulls it. Oh my God.
Boy.
He actually pulled that back for the three. Did you see that?
Yep. So that's the thing that I've had probably in scrims and just random privates this last month, maybe 4 or 5 different times where I was on that edge and trying to I still couldn't do it. It'd be like a 7 or 8 meter 2. But I think maybe 1 of 5 times I was able to actually get a 3 on those. Ryan's done it every time.
Yeah, every single time he's able to pull that 3 off, and dude, that is just that next level discipline. That's what makes him reliable, Ryan Rhino. Also, if you're wondering why Ryan Rhino, that actually used to be his name. I don't know when he dropped the Rhino, but I used Ryan Rhino for a long time. Strem ducking the defense, sends that one in. Opportunity, Jiggy. Oh, sets up Mistake. Gets another one. They're back within 12.
I live for hearing you pronounce Mistake that way. There's something satisfying about it.
It feels like you say it and it's like, that feels so wrong, but then you look and like, no, it makes sense.
Yeah, and even if you're wrong, you can just credit it to being a mistake in the first place. It's like your bases are covered.
Exactly. Exactly. Oh, there's another opportunity here for the Orions. Ryroth, they got a 2v1 against the goalie. Goalie is stunned out. There's the points. They're back up by 14.
Oh boy, that time, just a quick 9-second goal. This is kind of the antithesis of what they wanted to see for the Kings. Having success in making those run backs in the first half, but this one getting a little out of hand early, so they need to definitely find their rhythm once again. There's still a lot of time for it. I think finding that bread and butter, getting those passing plays. And Jiggy right now 8 assists, but it's definitely slowed down on the pace where he had a 7 at the half, 6 or 7 at the half, I believe. So they need to find that game again that brought them success earlier.
Oh, Ryan, what a dusty. Oh my goodness, and Al was able to recover that. That is just excellent. I tried to make it, I can't make a kiss noise, but it was excellent. That was just excellent. That was beautiful. 16-point lead.
It happens to me, it's not a kiss noise, it's more of a, like, dang, I don't like that. But from the casting booth, you'll love it. It is nasty, and it gets them in. Once again, you can just see that rhythm continuing to build, and that snowball effect happening here, as it often does for teams. When they're feeling good, they're feeling great. Oh, that shot's a little astray. A rebound there on the way to the midfield.
They couldn't tell if that was an incidental headbutt by the stunned out goalie or if that hit the post. But the Orions will maintain possession here. Still a 16-point lead. Remember at the half, it was 22-20 in favor of the New York Kings, and they've only been able to score 6 points in the last, how many minutes is that? We're 3 minutes down plus 8, 11 minutes. They've only gotten 3 points. That is, 6 points. That is notable as Zuck stunned out edge of the bubble. Maybe an opportunity here as Jiggy will get that one cleared out. That is, almost all the way down. Takes that careening bounce to the far side. Ryan, though, will get it recovered for the Orions. Turning it around now, maintaining that 16-point lead as we're almost halfway through this fourth. No. Ooh.
Yeah, it's definitely getting into that time where, well, you know the point situation, and I'm sure Kings know the clock situation, so they have to make some moves rather quickly here. But just turnovers being caused left and right. It seems sucks. Trying to hand it off a little bit misled, but that's okay. You can see how quickly that stack recognized it. They broke off, and look at that. This is what I mean. Even off of mistakes, it's how you recover. They recovered instantly off of what could have been a really bad situation, and they got control back, and we're already spaced out afterwards. I mean, that is adaptability. That said, Jiggy just adopts the disc, just misses the shot, though, and Ryan back on the rebound.
And, you know, in there, again, I've seen a few of those moments where if the Kings had quick enough stack, and there's an opportunity, Jiggy will get that one. It's not an assist, he'll stay at 8. But he does get his third and fourth points of the game. They're back within 14. With 3.5 to go, there's still time here, Palador, but they need to pick up the scoring pace. They want to come back here.
Clock is the name of the game right now, and as you saw, 1.5 minutes expended off that last series of plays since that last goal. So really, that's to the advantage of the Orions. New Orleans really in good position here, and they can just continue to kind of, I guess, just manage the disc. I mean, they'll be okay on the whole, and I imagine that's what they're going to do. You know, take the good shots as they're available, but they don't need to rush at this point.
No, they do not. And Ryroff inverting there as you see the way. Even the offense backed out a little bit. You see, Al left the bubble. Zuck's trying to track that one down. They looked like they were going to back off a little bit, play some clock management. Instead, that does turn over. Pigeon. Jiggy at mid here. Jiggy will look to reset that one. Mustake does get it. Almost did not. And now barely getting by this defense, but somehow they are, as Pigeon not able to play that. Disc is loose. Al looking to get there. Al will get there. Scoops that one, sending it back to the far side. In the hands of Ryruff is inverted currently. Contesting that stack. That's a wall shot. Is that going to be on? That might just be on. That's off the backboard. Oh my goodness. You saw they stopped up. They were respecting the shot too. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, they definitely had an inkling that was possibly going to go in, and it was close. So is that. Close range shot there. And danger close for Ryan. Any range, really. 46 on the board for the New Orleans Orions, and Ryan with 28 on the board just himself.
Yeah, this is the New Orleans Orions again coming out and impressing here in the Pro Series 2. I said last week they impressed me in a way I wasn't expecting. This week they impress again as they take on it. Oh my goodness, Ryan, another one. Kaboom. Remember our discussion earlier? Yeah.
I love the callbacks. Unfortunately, I don't think the audience knows that reference.
Oh, they weren't here. It
satisfied me, and didn't we at least?
Yes, it did. Oh my goodness. 19-point lead now. We are. I don't know when the ice was, but the ice did occur at some point.
When they hit 40.
When they hit 40, indeed. So yeah, the Orions will go 2-0. Unfortunately, the Kings will fall to 0-2. Kings will continue to search for that first victory of the season. As they have a minute left in this one here. Strembitsky sending this one back. Jiggy, they will play to the whistle. As Ryruff picks that one off, sends that. Does he have the angle on the shot? Oh, almost.
Again. Oh,
yeah.
They respected it again.
And yeah, again, they respected it. Zaxa picks it up. 21 point lead. It's around the final, what do you say, like 30 seconds.
Yeah, so just about winding down this round in this game. Again, going into the fourth quarter, it was still within reach. It was still a single-digit game, 9 points, I believe, difference. But we saw in the first quarter, New York Kings were able to make up that difference, that distance, when they were also down by a similar amount. But in this case, it was just an excellent closeout by the Orions. They really didn't give too many extra opportunities to the Kings this time around. I mean, we mentioned at halftime, I believe, right? The shots taken was just about equal. Not the case anymore. Beautiful passing play on that note, though. Green Pigeon to Strembitsky. But yeah, this half, I mean, stark difference. It's 40 shots to 28 taken, favoring Orions, with just a lot more shots and holding the Kings to a lot fewer opportunities. That said, sorry, that is the game. That is the game, and that is a victory to the Orions. So on that note, we're going to go now to our stats screen and, of course, talk about maybe a player of the match here. I have some inklings brought to you by Holtzauer Auto, and Motorsports. And on that note, Dimwee, I think I'm thinking what you're thinking, but what are you thinking?
I think 31 points is a few.
It's a few. 10 times a few.
My goodness. Just look at the stats too. Shots taken 40 to 28 and saves 9 to 3. 40 shots to the Orions, 9 saves to the Kings. That is an interesting differential there. Mm-hmm. There's a lot. Everybody played very well in this game. Everybody showed up. Everybody was contributing both sides of the arena. There were saves across the board. Trubisky did amazing playing both defense and offense in this game, particularly in that first half. But Ryan, he was here the whole game. He was here from the beginning until the end. He did not let up the gas. And despite Jiggy's 8 assists, which was right on the tail of Jaywalker's record, Ryan with 31 points is substantial. And I would say he would, with a 29-point spread or 19-point spread, he may just have carried his team to a victory.
Yeah, it's hard to deny the undeniable, which is to say the old reliable. But that said, New Orleans Orions didn't mess it up. Got themselves the victory secured. And I think too, I mean, again, shout out Strembitsky on the other end for a loaded stat line, and also Jiggy there, the 8 assists. So just shy of the record, tying the record from Jaywalker from yesterday. Unfortunately, just was slowed down a lot there. And credit either the rhythm, the defense from Orions, but either way, they shut down what was working magic in the first half for the Kings, and hence we got the results that we did. So that Dimwee, I think we will close it out for a moment, and we're gonna, of course, shift on over to our next match here. So don't go away. We got more Pro Series for you here in week 2, and yeah, stick with us. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to NEPA TV here in week 2 of Pro Series. Once again, we've got the best of the best about to go at it here in some intense competition. We've got Nashville Legends, we've got the Austin Burners, and on the casting end of things, you got Sir Dimwee, you've got me, Palador, you've got on the cameras, Defocus, and we are about ready to go here in the next few minutes. But yeah, Dimwee. Again, 2 strong teams here, as all the teams are in AAA and Pro Series. We've just got done with a few great matches in a row there, and now looking for one more here on this pleasant Saturday night.
I couldn't keep it together, Palador.
What's that?
I'm disappointed. Our fans, our family, our friends. I was gonna say I don't know what to do with my hands, but I cracked. I fell apart. I would like to apologize. To everybody out there who I have hurt and disappointed.
Classic. Classic Uncle Dimwee. And I don't get the reference either, but Uncle Dimwee it is.
Your face has 30 seconds.
Well, why are you... Why is
it is. That's what they said, the focus. That's why I said I don't hear commercials.
Yeah, just hear the pleasant voice of Dimwee in my ear during commercials.
Give me something to read off.
Usually making jokes.
Anybody got a good recipe? Do some ASMR. Some Dimwee ASMR, Dimwee MR.
All right. Well, on that note, I'm soothed, but how about these teams? Tell us about, in your most soothing voice possible, tell us about these teams, these rosters we got going for us here, as we still waiting on, I think, one to show up, but we'll get it going soon.
Well, over here for the Nashville Legends, you have Chuck, who goes by CK these days, Knife Rich, Dash XL, and Kung. And Kung, notable player here, captain of the winningest team in Echo Arena history so far. Previously Joker, now Ignite. Mm-hmm. And Dash, an old teammate of theirs, who now occupies next to his old teammate Kung here on the Nashville Legends. Now, they are 1-0 this season. They picked up their first victory in the Pro Series last week. And now are going to defend that undefeated record here against the Austin Burners, who are likewise 1-0. Hello, time.
Indeed. And I'm sorry, I was almost lulled into complacency there, didn't we? Go on. Austin Burners, tell us about them, the roster.
So the Austin Burners. Your Crow, JDG is here. Moonface, G Tyler, and Whoosh. And last week I was surprised. I expected Whoosh to play, and he did not. Because Whoosh is a caliber player, surprised me when I played with him the first time a handful of weeks or maybe months ago.
Did he dunk on you, Dimwee? Did he just dial?
He was hitting threes.
Well, yeah.
He was hitting threes.
I didn't mean literal dunk so much as figurative, like I'm dunking on this fool for 20 minutes or something.
And Juice were asking who is the 5th. Last week it was Whoosh. Whoosh was the 5th, but I'm not sure who the 5th will be this evening. I would presume Whoosh again, but I don't actually know. Is it G Tyler maybe? I wouldn't think so.
Possibly. G Tyler was the kind of a, I don't know. I don't want to say surprise because I expected it, but he popped off last season for sure. He was like the 5th player, and then he got inserted into a game in that first season and went on to pop off for the rest of the season too. So we'll see. Some teams are doing some interesting kind of rotations here and there, especially in AAA, but Pro Series also. I would expect that to become more of a thing over time. So we'll see. We'll see.
So fun fact, for the vast majority of people, ASMR has no effect on them. For a specific subsection of the population, ASMR gives them this really pleasurable, like tingly feeling, like your hair standing up, but I guess in a good way. I don't know. I'm not part of that population.
Oh, your hair standing up like in a low key way?
Maybe. I don't. Is that a joke?
Low key way?
Oh, you're messing with me.
Sorry, more references.
There's another subset, small subset of the population that ASMR is like chewing on tinfoil. I rest firmly within that portion of the population. I cannot. Chat, I'm kind of curious who in chat has listened to ASMR and enjoyed it, and who in chat has listened to ASMR and hated it. Because I cannot stand it. Drives me crazy. Curious if anybody else feels the same way. Because it's like this weird passion. I don't even care about ASMR, but I passionately dislike it.
Oh man, this is a topic. I think Motherboard seems to love it. So hey,
and Laws is part of the larger population that has no effect on them.
Yeah, no, I'm neither for nor against. It's a thing.
Ryruff is there. We go. Ryruff is on my side of things. It's to ban anyone who likes.
Oh man,
that's phenomenal.
These are the talks I live for, didn't we?
GG Ryruff, by the way. GG, good game.
Oh yeah. GG's for sure. Thanks for joining us in the chat there.
Looks like Crispy has joined us, so Crispy will be the 5th for the Nashville Legends, do believe.
Okay. That said, I don't know if we have we given the ready up defocus, or do I have time to do my responsibility thing on reading things? Because we got distracted there on the rosters.
I had to read.
A read. Well, no time for that now.
Too late.
Anyways, over to the first quarter. Sorry, when Dimmy gets going on a thing, it's a thing.
Oh, you're blaming me now.
I just said read the rosters, not go into an in-depth discussion about what ASMR has affects the whole community.
Is that what happened? Sir Derail, at your service as we get started here in round 1 in the first quarter. And first touch, look at that. Austin Burners pick it up. As G Tyler sends that one up. Moonface, edge of the bubble, setting up a teammate JDG, looking for a cut. It's a cut. G Tyler gets the first goal of the game. 2 points on the board to the Burners.
That was a cut. That was a 10-second goal. Now you'd go and figure, well, a little bit late to the start there, delayed, awaiting the full 10 in the arena, and you'd think, hey, maybe that iced them a little bit. They're not too warmed up. Couldn't tell on that one. That was as efficient as can be off the joust.
Ooh, that initial pass there. Looked for Knife Rich, was not able to get it, though does recover it. In that far side trap, JDG nearby. Instead, he gets caught up in the backfield. They're trying to get that stack away. They do get away. And as come, we'll send that one up into the hands of Chuck. Edge of the bubble, and they'll probably opt to reset it here. Defense returned. And the reset there to Dash on the backline, who is set up now for the Nashville Legends on offense. We're still looking for that first goal as we're a minute off the clock. Opportunity, Knife Rich hitting a cut there. Look for Chuck. Chuck goes back across. Kong bringing it in. No, one more pass. Pocket pick. Chrome says no.
Chrome, the nice defense, turns it into offense. It makes sense, don't it? It's JDG. And that goal from 3 will get them the 5-point lead.
Somebody is here. He signed it. JDG was here. But he did it cool. He did it cool, like W-U-Z. You know what I mean?
W-U-Z. No,
like
I
was here. You know, because it's not cool enough to say it's to spell it, like a boomer.
I have no idea what you're saying right now.
Says the old millennial. Moonface, kaboom! 7 points now to the Burners. They are, you might say, burning it up, Palador.
Yeah, they got a lot of gas in that tank, it looks like, to start things off. They were just revved up and ready to go right off that first launch, and they have not looked back. 2 minutes and they have scored already 7 points. Uncontested at that. Nashville Legends looking to stabilize just a bit here, as they will have Chuck over on that left lane. Just the duck as well. Look at the moves, looking like a ballerina, the most lethal one you've ever seen down the floor of the arena, and that is a goal for Knife Rich, and they've got their first 2. That was a blink and you miss it kind of thing. Just Chuck, 360, fling, boost, score, bam.
And it looked like the Burners were running sort of a man, but they didn't actually get full coverage. And I wonder if that's what they have already, because they had the 2 players in the offensive zone on the forecheck, very aggressive. And that time it doesn't work out because they weren't able to get back to the bubble in time. I wonder if the plan was just to make sure those stacks didn't get away and it just fell apart on them. But they do have an opportunity here. The Burners back in possession after the Legends got their first goal. Chrome slapping that one across. Nice play. The other one to G. Tyler. Scoops it up. Moonface. Big setup to JDG, who dances around. My goodness. Maybe...
Lost the anchors, what happened?
Wow.
Went for the jukes and then juked himself out of his shoes a little bit. Happens to me all the time, a lot more than I care to admit, in fact. But trying to dance around the goalpost, but then accidentally went the opposite direction, missing the grab. That said, not about the mistakes, right? It's about the recoveries, and recover they did. They're up by 7.
Recover they did, indeed. Dash again with it here, sends it across the near side of Chuck. As JDG forechecks aggressively. And gets back with a boost partner as opportunity here. Big send across. Oh no, not able to play that one on the far side. Although Kong with a good recovery here, bringing it right back in. Look at it. Oh no, stunned out instead by the defense. JDG will get that one cleared out through to that far side. Not through, rather, as the Kong Knife Rich stack gets there. Knife Rich turning it around for the Legends. Now pressing up. Opportunity. Chuck looking for a cut. No, going to bring it in himself. Dash at the goal. Kong at the goal. They back it out instead. As all that traffic wasn't what they were hoping to set up, presumably. As Kong again, edge of the bubble, into the hands of Dash, who will reset it one more time. Knife Rich back to Dash, sending it behind the goal. Chuck gets the points.
Well, that was sweet. That was slick, and that whole thing opened up by, honestly, that dash back pass that went back to Bowtie. Kung, I think it was, who might have been there. Either way, that's what opened it up. A lot of times, this is why cut passes are so good, and two-man game, as in passing back and forth between the same two players, is so strong, because a lot of players, even at the pro levels, once that disc leaves the hand on a pass, tend to lose that person who passed it in the first place. They take their eyes off for just a second, and that actually opens it up for a pass back to Dash, who then found the opened up backboard play as well. Just important little note there, because that's exactly why two-man game is strong, as the shot is saved there. The two-point play, no way, but yes, G. Tyler gets the rebound off of the otherwise good defensive snag.
Yeah, it was Dash. You got a very characteristic stop.
Yep.
Dash, historically very talented in the goal. Early on in VRML, one of the standout goalie performances, in fact.
Early out in ESL, for that matter.
Unfortunately, I don't remember ESL, so I remember what I did, but that's literally it.
Dash was one, actually relevant to AAA earlier when we saw Canada, aka Captain Canada. Him, Dash, among the small handfuls, and I mean small handfuls of goalies, 3, 4, 5 years ago, before it is what it is today on defense, who just absolutely sting people when they try and shoot on them.
Oh, the setup there. Knife Rich was looking for Kong. Kong was able to get the read on the pass. And it said tries to play it there. JDG, though, phenomenal play to get this one turned around, though cannot get it through mid. Stuck at mid. We'll find the hands of Chuck, who's looking for a long shot. Oh my goodness! Wow. Oh man, that is why he is a legend.
Absolutely, the Norse god, in a sense. CK, more than okay on that shot. That's a classic Chuck shot, by the way. I'll point. In the handful of times that I played it across the last few months, and just random games even, that specific angle, he hits those so well, where it looks like the window is so small, but he finds that top pocket. So good.
Moonface will get shut down there by Chuck. Speaking of the devil, sends that one out. That's a fantastic setup. They get the chain.
There you go.
All they had to do was get to it. And Kong places it in. That was a beautiful setup there by Chuck. I cannot believe he doesn't get an assist on that. Yeah,
well, either or, they got the points, and will be Kong there capitalizing on that
Where's
one.
David?
I don't know, over in fatherhood, I imagine.
He's watching.
Shout out to David, of course.
He's watching.
A lover of the game through and through. That said, Mitz Moonface from up high, looking for maybe a 2 and a 2. As a 1-2, no, denied. The 1-2 punch by Chuck, again showing those martial arts skills of sorts as they go back down the floor. That's a work of art, and that is a shot of art, a masterpiece here in the Pro Series. It's a 1-point lead for Dash and crew.
1 point lead. They're only going to have about 9.5, maybe 10 seconds here before the end of the first quarter. But what a scoring pace we have so far. Right. Substantial. What was that?
I said right.
Oh.
Green.
I thought you wanted to fight me about it.
Oh yeah, I said fight.
Jiu-jitsu me, bro. Jiu-jitsu me.
You know what? I will gladly do that at the other end of these quick messages from our sponsors.
Harley-Davidson builds bikes that are meant to ride. There are vehicles your parents would recommend you drive. Then there are the motorcycles your crazy uncle who gave you fireworks for your birthday tells you to ride. You wouldn't want to let your uncle down, would you? If your need is speed, chrome, and custom paint, check out all of the new and pre-owned bikes at Greenmount Road Harley-Davidson in O'Fallon, Illinois. Don't let your uncle down. Get to Greenmount.
For those looking to claim this week's POAP, head on over to www.nepavrpro.com/NFT to fill out the POAP claim form. In order to complete the claim form, you will need the secret password, which is NEPA Week 2. The deadline to submit the claim form is 9 p.m. Eastern Time on Sunday, June 19th. Now back into the game shortly here as we start off a second round. Not a lot of difference here on the scoreboard, just a 1-point game. 4 players over on Legends, all getting on the scoreboard, and 3 out of the 4 for the Austin Burners. So everyone putting some work in early.
Yeah, no, a lot of, this is a fairly even game. What's really interesting, nobody scoring more than 2 goals yet. So both teams having to rely on all of their teammates in order to make the offense happen. As first touch again, Austin Burners. First possession, JDG, edge of the bubble, setting up Moonface looking for a cut. Gets behind the goal there, JDG with the juice. And once again, etches his name into that goal, puts his team back up by 1.
There you go. See, there's that play early where he, on that second grab on the bottom post, he missed it and then floated downwards, got kind of an awkward release. That time worked out much more to the favor in the way it was intended on that bottom to top slammer, showing that wingspan.
Bottom to top, we don't stop.
Unless we do.
There's some song on the tip of my tongue anyways. Knife Rich.
Wait, don't stop, make it pop, DJ, blow my speakers up. I think that's the song you're thinking of.
I don't even know that song.
In fact, it's TikTok, Mr. Dimway, TikTok. And not the 5-second, 15-second videos I'm talking about. I'm talking about Kesha. You know,
I'm basically on Boomer Talk.
We're on 2009.
Oh!
That said, Knife Rich does find that goal on a 30-second play off that last joust. Chuck on the assist. As always, hard to stop those backboard plays. I've yet to find a way to do it consistently, so if anyone has ideas, let me know.
It really is. And also, Chuck's setup to that backboard shot was a shot in itself. Had they not grabbed it, it was on its way in, so it could have faked. Oh my goodness, it's turn over here. Chuck, long shot, not gonna miss that one.
Nope.
Kerchunk.
Kerplunk.
Kerplunk.
Kerchuck.
Kerchuck.
Yeah.
I think Kerplunk was a game when I was a kid.
Yeah. You know what? I had that game.
With marbles, right?
Yeah, exactly. Marbles and sticks and stuff.
Yeah, you pulled out the sticks and stuff. Yeah. Oh wow,
Right.
I just went back 25 years.
All right, now they're going up to the top here to maybe make some games of their own. Make it a game that is bringing back within a few points, although a lot of quick turnovers. Still to the midfield, JDG just predicting that from a mile away, saying it's probably going to come down this tunnel, and it did. So they'll stabilize and look for some scoring opportunities here early in the second quarter as Chrome now will send it forwards. All the defense pulled out. They're getting back in the zone, kind of allowing time for that defense to get back in. Will it matter? Looks like it does, although the recovery, and no. All aloft there to the top and now dropped into the goal. Miscue as all the defenders had dived out. And that is an open 2 from 8 meters. Couldn't quite get that extra point.
Okay, I was gonna respond first. I was gonna say Chuck is only a hidden gem to those that are under the age of 21. Because he's a beer league legend. Anyways, Dash handling that. He's been hitting those long shots. He was the first player I knew that hit those long shots. Ryan was the first one I saw hitting them like in top level competitive games. Chuck was the first one I saw hitting him just regularly. and he would just sink them. He would over and over and over again. You feed him all day. He'd hit every single one of them. And that was before anyone played defense all that competently, at least at the beer league level. It's G Tyler turning it around. 4.5 to go here in the half, Palador.
Yeah, only a 2-point margin here of difference. G. Tyler trying to take a long shot will be sent way deep into the midfield, though. Fortunately recovered by Moonface. Moonface up to JDG, and it's a JD3. 11 meters deep, and they're up by 8 points for the Austin Burners now.
This is going to be a close game. Although, to be fair, the last game also was 22-20 at the half.
Yeah.
So but you saw how it ended. It wasn't nearly as close to the end as it was at the beginning, and that kind of shows you. That's one of the interesting things about this format is, a game like this, a lot of it comes down to statistics. You might not beat a team every time, but there's a certain statistical likelihood of you beating that team, and then you'll likely conform to those numbers are right about. And if you give these teams long enough to play against each other, a team that can dominate at some point will dominate, and you'll see that happen more and more. It's really interesting, the longer form, what it can allow, and with the sort of almost it almost washes out the variables a little bit.
Yeah, I agree. It definitely has those kind of merits of this type of format where it's a battle and you have to win it the long way around. Not in short bursts, it's about the marathon. And right now the shot is not on. The rebound is there for Knife Rich, and Knife Rich clears it out into the midfield, already boosted. That is a perfect goal. Kung off of the Knife Rich assist, and that was money from 41 meters deep. Should have been 49 because that was gold.
In their columns right now, Kung is singing to himself, anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything. And Chuck's going, what are you saying? And he's going, what? Nothing at all.
I thought you were going to say he was singing Old Town Road, but that was Joker history. Also at NEPA Land.
Right.
Fun fact. I did get Jay and Kung to karaoke Old Town Road at NEPA
Really?
Cup. I did. For old time's sake, Old Town Road. Right now it's Kung with that old time goal.
No.
Could it be? No, a little too left, and it will be left to Tyler to take it right back. But yeah, Kung obviously fully confident, and as he should be. He can definitely hit with the best of them there. Even if he's not known for it as much as someone like Ryan, make no mistake, Kung can do everything, and so can JDG, making everything it seems for another hit, 18 deep this time. He is the game leader with 13 points on the board.
And he hit that cone, and then the way it bounces off, it's an ugly angle, but it still goes in. And that, 1 point lead now. Austin Burners, a minute and a half. Again, this is going to be a very, very close at the half. As Kong sends that one out, that's going to be down and in. A good send up there for Knife Rich, the collector there on the far side, setting up as Shock enters the bubble. Goalie, there was a fantastic read. Didn't get the grab, but neither of them did. As Disc makes his way to the near side wall, a reset scoop there, trying to get it to Dash. As then JDG gets there, but Dash gets it back. Dash now setting this one up into the hands of Knife Rich. Knife Rich is Chuck cutting into the goal. Chuck behind the goal now. Knife Rich moving up, waiting for his team. They've got a 4v2. This is good. I don't know what I was trying to say, but they're up by 1.
Ungood. Well, on God, this is a good game. 22-21. Chuck there. Again, hearing me say JDG leading with 13 points. Well, Chuck now, that puts him in double digits with 10, so definitely not too far behind. Neither side here conceding anything, just trading a couple goals now. And this is about to be the end of the half with maybe time for one more play here on offense.
Yeah, JDG setting it up. Disc is loose, though. Kong picks it off, turns it around into that far side, too. That's a dump in. As they get their stacks together, waiting for someone to get it picked off. G Tyler, though, will get it first for the Austin Burners, who are still down by 1 here. Looking to close out. Only time for one more goal as Chuck picks that one off. 13 seconds through the near side tube, through the near side tube, all the way down and in. Bouncing up the ceiling. G Tower on defense, gets it picked off, sends it back through. Up to the valley there. Crone with it. Crone sending it up. They only have time. They got to get the shot off right now. They're going to send it. They hit it. Unbelievable. Taking a 2-point lead at the half. Who took the shot? Moonface
from the moon, An absolutely huge shot there, Dimwee, to end the half with a lead, and like that. I mean, that is momentum their way now. What a huge hit. That was awesome.
Awesome indeed. And on that note, we're going to go to our final halftime intermission. We'll be back in not too long. Don't go too far, because this game is only just heating up.
Mississippi putting it down. I'm the hottest round. I told y'all, y'all can't stop me now. Listen to me now. I'm lasting 20 rounds. And if you want me, then come on get me now. Is you with me now? Then biggie bounce. I know you dig the way I switch my style. Holla, holla. Get your freak on. 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 Get your freak on.
If you really want to find out what you're made of, you can forget the personality tests and social media quizzes. Because the only way you're ever gonna know is by heading into the big, wild, raging, so damn beautiful it hurts world and finding out for yourself. Were you born to follow a path, or were you born free? These are the things we thought about when we made the new Grand Cherokee. Made for what you're made of.
All season long, NEPA will be issuing POAPs to anyone who shows up to live broadcasts and fills out the claim form with a secret password. The form can be found at www.nepavrpro.com/NFT. Each week, we'll be highlighting a different franchise as the POAP logo. Show up each week, and you can collect all 16 teams. The more you collect, the more potential rewards you can unlock. The deadline to submit the claim for this form is 9 p.m. Eastern Time on Sunday, June 19th. And the password for this week is NEPA Week 2. So halftime, and the scores are close, and the plays are spectacular. Let's get a read at some of this, and I don't know, we'll just discuss this whole halftime show. Of course, the report, brought to you by Big St. Charles Motorsports. But Dimwee, we've been treated over and over across AAA and across Pro Series now to some spectacular games and really, really close quarters. Love to see it. I mean, I've only been able to cast once a week thus far these first couple weeks, and all my games, I mean, they've provided, showing you why. I love casting. This is great.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
You know what? I just realized we never jujitsu'd. My mistake. Anyway, stats. What do you got for me?
I can grapple with the best of them. Stats. So what's interesting is, much like last game, very even. Possession time almost equal. I love looking at possession time. It takes me back. I used to play NHL on the PlayStation, and possession time always had very strong correlations to other stats. And that we tend to, not always, tend to see the same thing in Echo. And that's why it's interesting when they don't. When they don't correlate, but a game like this, they do. I mean, possession time is about equal. You look at the scoreboard, it's about equal. Shots taken, almost equal, 15-19, but you've got 3 saves on the side with fewer shots. So, it's 3 more saves on the side with fewer shots, 4-1. So stats kind of, they even out across the board. JDG and Chuck both kind of neck and neck in this little points race here, 13-10, 13-2-10, 13 for JDG, 10 for Chuck. It's a very even game. Dash probably one of the biggest big difference makers there with 3 saves.
Yeah, for sure. Again, those saves can buy a lot for you. It's not just about the points you save, it's also about the seed you planted in the head of the offensive player. You get those goalies who are talented with saving, and sometimes even multiple times in a row. It will get in the heads of defense and in the offense, and make them adjust their approaches oftentimes the next time around, and sometimes that can throw you off. But that said, we did see at the end of the round there, it was initially looking like the Legends were going to go in with a secured halftime lead by just a small digit. But then the Austin Burners, Moonface in particular, rose above the shield and throws it into the goal just as the buzzer was about to sound off. So that gave Burners some good momentum. It gave them a couple points of lead, but of course they have had about 5 minutes to now kind of cool down. So we'll see what the effects are and what the second half does have in store as it does start right about now, in the next few seconds at least.
Right about now, and yeah. Again, it's a 2-point game at the half, just like the last game. The last game was 22-20. Here it's 24-22.
Yeah.
So two more goals than the last game at this point, and it was at this point that the blue team started running away with it. We'll see if that happens here in this game as both teams launch out. First touch, first possession. Nashville Legends Chuck with it, sending this one up, hitting Knife Rich down to the floor. They've got an opportunity here. Kong waiting for what he was looking for. He found it, and he gets it in for the 2, and they've tied it up 24-24.
Initially, I think Kong looking for that left lane cross pass, but then discovered that, it was covered pretty well by the defense. So then had to go in for the dive afterwards. Adjustability, and that's what you need to do.
So 30 seconds off the clock. We got a tie game again. Only 2 rounds, 2 quarters left here in the game, and this evening. As JDG sends that one in, it will be a turnover there. It was off the mark. Kong and Chuck stacked together. Kong picks it off, then slaps in his own send-in. Dash with it, edge of the bubble, going to Knife Rich, looking for a cut of his own. Oh, went to hit Kong. Kong stopped up on the shield, and that just that fraction of a second was enough for that pass to get away from them. As a phenomenal chain there, Moonface opportunity, goal is open, uncontested. They retake that 2-point lead, 26-24 in favor of the Burners.
And see, in that particular case, obviously split-second decision-making, so you can never fault the players for it. But I think in that case, went for that nest area pass as a kind of high bubble, actually, right? And instead of the pass to the post that they had. That might have been the better one just because those passes that they went for, almost straight vertical, where you have to kind of crank your neck up and really aim high, can be difficult to execute oftentimes. But that said, being punished off of it at the end of the day, and now maybe looking to punish another turnover here as Austin Burners do take control of the disc over to G. Tyler. G. Tyler, he takes it on Chuck, but Chuck's showing that he's got the defense just as much as anything else and saving that with ease as it gets sent into the blue lane for just a moment before it gets cleared back out.
And JDG turns it right back around. G. Tyler sending it out. Moonface 1v2 took the shot. Kong stops it and does get it cleared out. Also, shout out to Motherford. 10 Tier 1 subs gifted to the community. Thank you very much. As Kong, long shot. That went off the post, finding its way to the near side. And into the hands of the teammate Knife Rich. Stunned up, but still got that scoop up. Team's trying to get there. Unable to is another slap. Phenomenal slap there from Blue. Moonface wanted to take that shot, but the defense was returning. Now Moonface pulls out the ladder across here. JDG bringing it in. Shields 1, cannot get it off on 2. That never works. Powder, it never works when you try to pull the ender on 2. It never works.
Yeah, not even from Ender, I think. But it's definitely a tough move to execute there. But also, once you commit to it, it's like, whoops, I committed to it. That said, they are committed to this goal because they've got the spacing, they've got the passes. But no, Chuck's got the disc. This time some defense outside of the goalpost and just in the mid-range of the bubble where it's now obtained by Knife. Knife just waiting. That stack is quite delayed there for his offense, so he's all up alone here. But the perfect lead to Chuck and backboards it in for 3. That pass, though, from Knife, that was a perfect lead to get them that opportunity.
Chuck hit a backboard shot on a goalie that was biased to the backside of the goal.
Chuck does that. He does that. He just doesn't miss, and especially from that right side, too. Absolute beast.
Wow. Seriously. I mean, seriously, that is a head game if I've ever seen one. That was phenomenal. As Moonface here on the near side, 4.5 to go here in the third. Sending up. Oh, goalie's out. But the shot off of the post dash does get it recovered. Then up here to Kong there on the far side. And that chain does get together, though. They get broken up, and it will just be a turnover. Back in the possession. Are the Burners still currently down by 1? There's a big turnover there. Chuck, lock, shot. Oh, we're talking an inch. An inch, but they will still get the 3. Knife Rich recovers it, puts it in, and they have a 4-point lead.
Absolutely. It's a game of inches, game of miles. Either way, shot that from 8 and got the 3. Big rebound. As we say, it's not always about that first shot, the first mistake. Whatever happens, it's how you recover, not giving up on the play until that horn sounds. And sure enough, rebound, put away. And they still got that extra point at the end of it. Meanwhile, trying to defend this one. As a stack, they get it right back. Here we go. It's Chuck the clear.
Now that Chuck Kong stack is doing a bunch of heavy lifting right now. And again, they're in here. Chuck picks it up. Chuck sends it in. Chuck gets the point. 6-point lead now to the Legends. As we still have just over 3 to go in the third quarter. There's another quarter after this. Austin Burners, they look to be in a little bit more control earlier on, are starting to let this one slip a little bit.
Hey, Dimwee, did you see that? It was a 17 meters per second shot, 17 seconds into the clock. Do you know what we call that? 17-second goal.
My goodness. Which of course means absolutely nothing.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I was doing a thing, but I guess not.
No, that is the thing. That's what I always say. I'll say it's a 1-second goal, which means absolutely nothing. Just love pointing it out.
Yeah. Well, I got you. That said, Chrome's got this disc here, and Moonface, they're on the approach to the backboard, and like clockwork, they will, just make it right off the bottom. No one was there for that pass, so they had like 5 nice ones in a row, but then just a no-go on that final one, which kind of kills the play. But they still rebound. That's the important part.
There's Juice Parade. You notice the lead, 32-26. Hardest lead to protect the Neko as JDG backs that one out. I'll explain that one to you, pal.
Well, I've seen it a couple times now.
Have you? Okay, all right, good enough. JDG, big setup there. Bam. They're back within 4.
Now, that was a nice catch by Chrome. I'm not even sure. Maybe if we can catch it on the replay. I'm not even entirely sure that Chrome was aware of the pass at first, but the pass was soft enough and just outside the goalkeeper's range that Chrome was still able to turn around just in time to get a snag, it looked like. Nicely done. The finesse of a pass and a finish.
Very nicely done. As Kong dumps this one in. And you see, that is an intentional dump. He knows where that disc is going when he releases it. That's why Chuck knows where to go, where to pick it up. As Kong knows, all right, I'm sending this one in. It's going to hit the floor. It's going to bounce right near the goal. He can say that. That's how reliable those clearings can be.
Well, speaking of reliable, Ryan in the chat saying, Kung is my level, indeed. And you know, that's actually a very underrated fact you're putting out there. Knowing where your clears are going. I'm guilty of this sometimes too, right? Just kind of random clears where I just try to put it in a general area. But if you have the opportunity to clear it in a nice spot where it will bounce directly to a stack and you can kind of reliably say where it's going to be, that's actually one of those huge subtle things that may go very well unnoticed for players on the rise and the ladders and whatnot.
Moonface under pressure by Kong, still gets this one across here. Chrome, they're hunting down, they're trying to get back here, and they get another one. Once again, back within 4. G Tyler from Chrome, they hit that one as both teams hunting down the 40 points here.
Yeah, we've seen it get close earlier on, and been a few hours already. Can't remember which matchup it was specifically in AAA there, but had it come down to the wire where it was like basically like 40-38 or something of that sort. It was close, but the team who got 40, they did happen to win first. Right now, 4-point game. We still got a full quarter to go, and both these teams are feeling well and good. JDG gets the save and clear.
That was an ambitious shot there, but they thought they were going to get that one. Walk shot. That one's off the nugget to the far side. 8 seconds on the clock. Chrome with it. They have an opportunity to make so. Oh no! Kong says no. He will just send that one away to end the to end the quarter. 34-30 in favor of the Legends. They only have a 4-point lead, so that's enough to carry them into the fourth quarter with that lead. We'll see you on the other side because none of that made any sense.
Harley-Davidson builds bikes that are meant to ride. There are vehicles your parents would recommend you drive. Then there are the motorcycles your crazy uncle who gave you fireworks for your birthday tells you to ride. You wouldn't want to let your uncle down, would you? If your need is speed, chrome, and custom paint, check out all of the new and pre-owned bikes at Greenmount Road Harley-Davidson in O'Fallon, Illinois. Don't let your uncle down. Get to Greenmount.
NEPA is going Web3 and will be issuing NFTs as a way to reward the community. Anyone who claims one of these NFTs will be eligible for future raffles and giveaways that we will be conducting throughout the year. They are free to claim, and all you have to do is fill out a claim form that can be found at www.nepavrpro.com/NFT. We've got some fun stuff planned, so don't miss out. And then we got a close game at hand, so don't miss out if you're watching in the chat. Only a 2-point difference at the half, a 4-point difference now going into this final quarter. What do you expect? And what a treat this has been, hasn't it?
I expect one of these teams to win.
Bold, ambitious claims, Sir Dimwee, but we'll see that put to the test right now.
Sorry. G. Tyler setting it in. First touch, first possession. Austin Burners. First goal. They're back within 2. We are going down to the wire.
That we are. All right, so Moonface off of JDG and on that assist credited to him. Just a lot of, between Moonface and JDG, a lot of points and assists. I mean, 13 and 5 for JD, and Moonface with 11 and 3. They are definitely a force to be reckoned with here between the two of them.
Yeah, that's a phrase I can never say seriously anymore because of Game of Thrones. Anyways, Kong sending us one up. So when well, it's been long. When Tywin Lannister dies, one character keeps just repeating it, and it's just awkward, and it's phenomenal.
Dude, spoilers.
How many years? Sends this one out.
I was planning on starting this week.
How many years, Kong? Oh, I apologize for the poor timing on your part. Moonface up here, Chrome with it. Is down to the floor. We'll send this one up into the hands of teammate Moonface. They are looking for a tie here. JDG swings his way in. Do you see how folded up that defense is? Have you ever seen that? Did you see what they just stopped? Look at that.
Mm-hmm. No, absolutely. Just again, those extra moves where everyone's expecting that initial push in, so everyone folds into the goal when defense is scrambled like that, and then all of a sudden you're just kind of left watching, right? After that initial little hitch, and it's like, okay, well, we're already out of position. Now let's just try and get the save somehow. But in fact, it's probably harder to save disc when you do have all players in goal like that, because there's so many extra bodies and things to grab.
That was for the tie there. 34-34, 6 minutes on the clock, 3v1. What a play! Who was that? Is that Moonface? That was Moonface. That was disgusting. That was absolutely filthy. That was a 3v1. Moonface comes out on top. That's not supposed to happen. As Knife Rich picking this one up. Well, he tapped it. Dash trying to get some stuns, taking the bodies, but not able to stop it. Jade, no way.
Yes way! The 50-meter fling rings true. 18 meters a second. That's what he do.
That's a 3-point lead now to the Austin Burners. If the National Legends take this joust advantage, still over 5 minutes to go. But this is the Burners were a little bit behind there for a minute, and now find themselves with a phenomenal lead. We need a name for that, a synonym for a 3-point lead. Knife Rich, looking at a 1v1, the 3-man stack though on defense returns and turns that one around, as they will stack after this one.
Right into the collection from Knife Rich. Opts for the back out there, flinging it to Kung. Kung secures it and sends it to Dash. Dash now forwarding it. A little bit dangerous. Good back tap there from Chuck, and right back at them. See that 2-man game I mentioned? They take their eyes off of that passer just enough to get those back-to-back passes between teammates. Although they do lose the handle is here, but Kung is right in the right spot, almost by magic or instinct, more likely skill. That said, up top to the top, it's Chuck, and Chuck, well, just gets stunned and stolen from. That is cleared out of the way to the trap.
That was JDG with a big turnover there. Defense in the area to pick this one up. No. G. Tyler sends it. That one's going to be quite wide of the goal, however, and unable to get it recovered was G. Tyler. Kong slaps that one away. A little bit too far, too high for Moonface. As Knife Rich gets it recovered on the far side, we'll dump that one in. Excuse me, that was a pass up to Chuck. Chuck wanted the shot, but goalie's already back there. Chuck will cross this one up. Kong entering the bubble. Kong ducking below. 1v3. He says, I don't care. They're back within 1.
Nice move from Kong. Had really awkward momentum, as you see. Kind of tapped off the Geo. Didn't really get the trajectory into the goal that he wanted physically. but was still able to have that wherewithal to kind of throw in a little fake windup and then paint that bottom pocket area. And hey, that's a pro at play right there.
Indeed it is. 1 point game, 3.5 to go. Possession here, Austin Burners. G. Tyler, far side, sending it up. Edge of the bubble. JDG gets the 1v1, pulls the goalie out, hits it off the backboard. Phenomenal play there. That's how you play a goalie. And they're up by 3 again.
Really playing it close here. 3 minutes left. And we're also nearing that 40 mark for both teams. So definitely the intrigue at an all-time high, and JDG continuing to be the highest scorer, 18 points to his name thus far. Roll out now to Knifrich and Co. Let's see if they can make this one count. Oh, maybe a turnover here, though, as they struggle to collect that disc.
And yeah, that one down on the forward. Chuck gets stunned out. Chrome recovers. Now sending it that Moonface there at mid. Off a good reset. Oh, they're looking for a cut there. Cutting in. Near side, I believe that was Knifrich, and said they give it a Moonface on the ceiling. That was not Knifrich. That was that Chrome. Brings it in. I don't know why I thought it was Knifrich. Doesn't make any sense at all. That's a 5-point lead. Now to the Burners. They're starting to run away with this one.
Yeah, 5 points. I mean, not too bad of a well to climb out of, but still, as you mentioned, 2 minutes left. Plus, they just hit that rule, that general rule of thumb, the 41 points now, and now they've got a chance for even more. G. Tyler takes it away and backs it on out, and now if they play this smart, they play this right, now they lose the handles, but right back into the midfield. Moonface with it. They can still make some plays, maybe get some even more buffer on the way. There's that pass, there's the finish! Oh, JDG gets it to G. Tyler, and G's Louise. That was a spectacle.
Talk about threading the needle. That was such a small area. You might call JDG a rich man, as they say. It's easier for to get a camel through the eye of a needle than anyways. So this one handled Dash. What's
I
that?
thought you were gonna say call Ghostbusters for some reason. I don't know why. Anyway, continue.
There's Conqueror on the near side, minute 24, takes a shot, ambitious on Moonface. The 7-point deficit. That was a really ambitious shot, you might say. Again, Scoops here, keeping it in the zone are the National Legends, but it will turn around. JDG sends that one. That's a good clear. That's all the way down into the bubble. Although defense does get there first. Knifrich with it. A minute to go here. 3 goals required from the National Legends. One of them would have to be a 3, and they have to get that one in basically right now. As G. Tyler gets that one turned around 10 seconds to go before the point of no return, unless that one goes in, it is. G. Tyler hits a ceiling shot to ice it. And will give the Austin Burners the victory here over the National Legends.
G. Tyler with a bouncer. And yes, sir, that will be what was a 3-point game about a minute and a half ago. Now 10-point lead off of some spectacular plays there between Tyler, JDG, and they have absolutely secured their way now for this victory. That was well earned, well fought. That was 4 quarters of intensity. But man, oh man, what a match that was, and what a way to close out, especially in those last 2 minutes, didn't we?
Yeah, it was well fought, very well fought. But I mean, you look over the stats on the Austin Burners, 3 of their players with double digits. G. Tyler with 11. Moonface with 13, JDG with 18. JDG also picking up 7 assists in that game. 7 assists. Chuck got 17 points. 7 assists to JDG off of his 18 points. That is unbelievable.
Well, you know what that...
Offensive powerhouse.
Exactly. And what that perfectly brings us to is our player of the match, brought to you by Holtzauer Auto and Motorsports. I have, again, an inkling here, but...
Yeah, no contest.
Yeah, so I think we're settled. JDG, correct? There's just no
hands down. No, you can't. You got. Not only does he have the most points in the game with a bunch of players with a bunch of points, he got the most assists in the game with a bunch of players with a bunch of assists.
That's the nutty part to me. 18 points, but 7 assists at the same time.
Yeah.
That means he had an effect on so many plays, like whether directly or indirectly. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah, he was probably a part of the vast majority of their goals. He had some hand in. So calm down, JDG. Don't make us take it away from you.
Nothing's taking anything away from you, JDG. Don't worry. Don't mind mean Uncle Dimwee, okay? Pally Dad's got ya, or something. I don't know. We're all father and uncle figures here in the Echo scene. But that said, what a spectacular match that was. I mean, that was close right up until the last couple of minutes when they pulled away. And still, aside of JDG too, just I love the fact that everyone else. I mean, multiple assists. You had 3 players also in double digits in scoring, which is also an impressive thing.
4.
So, I mean,
3 on their team. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. So it was a very cohesive effort. Certainly, led by an MVP caliber effort there, but everyone doing their part to contribute, and I'm impressed. That was a fun one to watch.
That was a great game. Really enjoyed it. Got a lot of yelling in, and I saw some phenomenal goals. Great setups too. I mean, some really, really good setups in that game. So yeah, hats off all around.
Absolutely. That on that end though, I mean, also a great effort there from the Nashville Legends. Again, their team who is just full of those veteran and championship caliber players, for that matter, quite literally. So in throughout Echo history and recent Echo history, even, right? So you can never doubt the tenacity and the skill level that they bring. Chuck Norris, or Chuck, now known, honorable mention, of course, as kind of although in a losing effort, still a tremendous effort nonetheless. I mean, 17 points and 4 assists in his own right, but also the 3 steals, and even had a save in there as well. Really filling up the stat sheet offensively and defensively. So, sometimes I give the shout out there to the MVP who would otherwise be, had the results been different, right? But yeah, all around, I mean, that was fun. Those were fun 4 matches these last several hours. I enjoyed myself here tonight.
Agreed.
All right, well, with that said, anything else, Dimwee, or are we about ready to close out here on our first cast together since a month ago or so?
No, I'm all set on this Saturday.
All right.
But I won't be back until I believe Friday.
All right. And as far as I go, you'll be seeing me more throughout the season. A little bit less so these first few weeks, but you'll be seeing me. It's been a pleasure, guys. So again, I've been Palador. That was Sir Dimwee with me to focus on the cameras. Shout out to Queen Zyla and Muted Monster for joining me on the AAA cast earlier on. Fun times all around. And congrats to the Burners for their victory. And for everyone else, as always, be happy, healthy, safe, and be good to each other. We'll see you again next time.